In today's video, I'll be going over every single update and my thoughts on the new LEGO Star Wars Summer 2023 sets, as well as a couple new pieces of information sprinkled in for the September 1st releases. Let's talk about it. So welcome back everyone to another LEGO Star Wars video. This has actually been a pretty long awaited one since last Wednesday when these official images actually got revealed. I've not made a video since, and therefore a lot of you guys are asking for my final opinions and my thoughts now that the images are out, and today will be that video for you guys. Really quickly before we get started, I made a kind of promise that I was going to live stream tonight on YouTube, and I need your guys' opinion. First off, if I do live stream tonight, I'm going to mess up my sleep schedule completely because I'll be live streaming at like 8 or 9 p.m. I've been going to bed lately at about 4 p.m. and I've been waking up at about midnight, going to the gym right away in the morning, and then getting up for my work day at that point, and working for 8 to 10 hours. So I need your guys' thoughts. Do I risk messing up my sleep schedule and losing all this momentum I've had the past 2 weeks just to do a live stream tonight? Or are you guys fine with me, again, maybe taking another week, doing a live stream kind of on my own pace whenever I'm ready? So I'll probably leave 2 comments down below in the comment section, and I'll be up for about 30-45 minutes after this video is uploaded. Just be sure to like whatever comment that you agree with, and we'll go from there. So hopefully I make the right decision and don't disappoint you guys. Let's start off here. We have a LEGO Star Wars 75359 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper Battle Pack, also known as the Swamp Speeder. So my updated thoughts now that we have the official product images revealed is, look, first thing I gotta say is, LEGO has to fire their render guy. The render guy's been messing up so much these past 6 months. Like, this was just something you did not see, 2-3 years ago. Now all of a sudden, he's messing up like every other set, it feels like, because that is a big thing to mess up. Like, if they would have never released like these in-person product images, or again, if you're just like the average consumer that just sees this in the store and sees these 332nd clones with the big black lines on their foreheads, on the box art, even though that's not the actual product you're getting, I mean, that's probably detrimental, for a couple of these people that don't know otherwise and probably won't buy that set at that point because they're like, damn, why do these look so much worse than my 2020 ones? Like, just from the black line perspective, not even the helmet holes, which I won't get into. But bottom line of it, look, this set, it is what it is. I stand by the point of, this set really does kind of still give me just a bad vibe. It kind of gives me a vibe of, again, they were planning on making a 27. They had to hurry up and cut back on it so they didn't get a bunch of backlash. It does just seem like a bunch of reused parts. It really does kind of seem like a money grab. 3 years too late. I personally think 332nd is overrated. I only have like 3 or 4 of the 2021, so don't say for a second that I'm just worried about that value of the old ones. They're still going to be $10 to $15 each. I don't care about that, but just fundamentally, this set kind of gives me a bad vibe, and I'll probably, again, pick up 1 to open, 1 or 2 to keep sealed, and I'll pretty much call it a day on that one. But so I do really got to say I'm excited to see that the unibrows do not actually exist, and it's just the render guy messing up for his 50th time in the last year. So there's my 332nd Battle Pack thoughts. So moving on to the next one, we have 75360, the Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. And my finalized thoughts on this is, look, I can't call it a bad set, but it is not a needed set. It's definitely just a random set that just kind of was thrown in there, and definitely takes, full advantage of wasting a slot for 2023. I think this ties into my video yesterday. Even if they wanted to do some sort of Jedi Starfighter, there's 4 or 5 or 6 other Jedi Starfighters, let alone just Jedi minifigures that we desperately need a remake of that could have fit this, $35 slot. I do think it's $5 overpriced, or I think at this $35 price point, we should have gotten that 3rd minifigure. I see no reason why the Kenobi Starfighter, got 3 minifigures for $30, and this only has 2 for $30 and less pieces. So bottom line of it, I won't be picking this one up unless I get it early. I'll probably grab one eventually on like Walmart clearance, keep it sealed, but I've got my 2017 one and I'm perfectly happy with that. Again, I can't call this a bad set, but definitely a not needed set. Then next up, we have 75365, the Yavin IV Rebel Base. This is a set that, again, I may or may not have seen a picture or 2 early, a couple months back, and I was kind of hyping it up at the end of the day. I think those, the pictures I may have seen did do it a little bit better justice. I will say, if I did see other pictures, it looked a little bit different. I will say, look, the finalized Y-wing in this set is way better. For the scale they're going for, it's definitely upscaled. It's a much better model than what I saw beforehand. So I'll give them credit there, but I gotta be honest, the actual base build itself does look worse than I kind of expected. So at the end of the day, I think the front side looks very awkward. I think this looks like, again, just one of those awkward stages where if they would have made it, 350 or just a little bit less childish, I just don't really understand why a Yavin IV Rebel Base needs to look like this. You know, I think they could have done a lot of stuff differently. I think the tree build is just, you know, very wrong. I don't like the tree build at all. The one thing I will say is the price point. I can't complain too much. I think you're getting your money's worth, because when you look at it, people are kind of comparing this to the Darth Vader's castle, which was $130 with 5 minifigures. And I think it's the clear consensus these days that, you know, we're perfectly fine with paying $4 to $5 per minifigure, you know, especially a licensed minifigure. You know, the lineup in this set is pretty decent, you know, minifigure wise. There's a couple repeats, but for the most part, you know, newer molds, newer models, newer prints. And, you know, if we're taking that extra $40 and, you know, we're getting an extra 8 minifigures in this set, or I guess that would actually be 7 minifigures, but you get my point. I think that the value proposition is pretty much right there. You know, with all that in mind, I can't blame the price, but, you know, after seeing the finalized official images of this set, I will not be buying it day one like I kind of planned on doing it, unless I get it early, of course. But I'll probably pick it up down the line. Probably not the build still, but I'll probably eventually get a sealed copy just to kind of have sitting around. But there's my thoughts on Yavin. So next up, we have a 75366, the 2023 LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar. And preemptively, let me tell you, I think this might be the top contender for the best LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar ever. I think this is a very nice selection of stuff. I think there's only 2 bad builds here. I think the turbo tank is pretty lackluster, and also I think the Endor bunker are pretty bad micro scale builds. But bottom line of it, a lot of good variety here, a lot of good micro builds. That Stap, that droid, you know, the 212th clone. I think the Endor Leia's nice. You know, the Omega's nice for me as well, since I don't have one yet. And overall, I think, again, the only complaints would be, I think the droid should have been a pilot droid for that Stap. And then there's a couple bad micro builds, but for the most part, I can't complain. And I think for your $45, you know, just general value, let alone, you know, opening it up every day for Christmas time, this is a beautiful set, and I give LEGO a lot of props. This is definitely probably my favorite Advent Calendar of all time. What I should say is that, you know, this Advent Calendar does come out September 1st, 2023, unlike everything else, August 1st. And moving into the rest of the September stuff really quickly, kind of just brief little updates on those. First off, the buildable Chewbacca. We don't know too much solidified info on it yet, but what I will say is definitely go check out my LifeBricks Clips channel. Ryan and I talked about it for about 10 to 15 minutes, and it was a very good discussion. We were making some theories about it. We were discussing what's possible for it and kind of how we think it will end up looking like. So definitely a fun watch. Definitely go check it out. Moving on, guys, we have stuff like the Republic Gunship. No updates yet. We have stuff like the T6 shuttle. Nothing new on that one either. We have the Ghost, of course, the $170 Ghost. Nothing solidified yet, but a lot of, you know, things are pointing towards the fact it will be a store exclusive. I'm leaning towards Amazon, but I guess that could still mean it might be Walmart or Target exclusive. But I do gotta say, all signs are pointing towards Amazon exclusive on that one, but that is not 100% confirmed yet. The next up, we have the unidentified $100 Ahsoka set. Nothing new on that one yet, but it seems like the more stuff I'm hearing and seeing, I'm leaning more towards the fact of thinking it will actually just be a $100 singular ship build. It won't actually be a versus pack. It will just be presumably a New Republic vehicle for the $100 price point, but that, again, it's not confirmed yet. Lastly, the UCS Venator. Nothing new on that one, of course. You know, that's coming out all the way in October, so we're not going to get any information or pictures, especially probably until early September, if not even middle of September, for that set. So bottom line of it, that's kind of the brief update. You know, there's my thoughts on the official images we have, and then also a couple little brief updates on the September 1st sets. As it sits for August 1st, I think my day one buys will just be one 332nd battle pack and then the Boba Fett mech. I think that's really all that's tickling my fancy at all, unless I get stuff early, of course. Though it really does look like September 1st will definitely make up for the lackluster August. So there's everything for today. Again, leave your thoughts down below on whether or not I should live stream tonight or not. I feel bad. I want to live stream it, just I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't think it's worth messing up my schedule. I've been grinding the past 2 weeks. Again, gym, working a lot, and just, you know, getting enough sleep finally. Like, I've actually been getting 8 hours of sleep every single night, and I've been on a tight schedule these past 2 weeks, and I'm feeling fantastic. I don't know if that live stream is worth messing that up. So there's everything. Leave your finalized thoughts on the August 1st sets down below. Hopefully I can get them early and review them for you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys, and stay safe.